pizza, and there's artifact, and there's devs. It's all anyone's ever wanted. Well, let's take a look at these two decks here, Bruno. Looks like we've got that fantastic aggro deck coming out for Suns fan, and what I refer to as the Bristleback or the Keith the Bold deck.
The Keith the Bold deck.
That's right. He's the main guy I look for on this deck, Bruno.
Every single time. He's like one spell away from being Axe. He
really is.
Give the Bold, you give him Fighting Instinct, he becomes Axe.
Me and Fwash have been calling him the Axe cosplayer. He looks almost like it. Oh, very good. Anyway, ooh, we got some action out here already.
Look at that. Just straight away, the Tower Barrage, killing the creeps, making sure that all the creeps killed are dead, kills that Necrophos too, that Luna survived. How important it is for Luna to have that 8 health, right? Like, all these blue heroes tend to be pretty weak, like 5 health, 6 health. Luna, 3-8, good body, and also,
good body, great body, I gotta say.
I want to take that back.
No, don't. But what you're trying to say is that there's a lot of variance in these cards. Sometimes people just say, the red cards are all like this, the blue cards are all like this. There's a couple of flex picks. Luna's one of them. She has a pretty high health pool for being a blue card, and she sure still does 3 damage, but she's a little bit tankier than you're used to. Great body, too. One of the best.
Shout out.
Positions here. Yeah. They're putting the Zeus over with that Bristleback.
That Bristleback, it goes unblocked, which is great, right? You want to put the 8 damage to a tower, especially when the when the champion only has 30 health. Here comes the Fighting Instinct, which we won't be seeing this turn.
Thank you.
It's only 4.
I appreciate you announcing when Fighting Instinct has arrived. That's really great.
He's like,
look at him. Is that arrow going through his torso from the back?
Yeah, it's a really long arrow.
Holy moly, he's taking it.
He cares not. Better late than never in this single lane. Just, 3 mana, put a 2/4 creep, just block that Bristleback. That Bristleback won't be getting any armor because killing creeps does not give him armor. That Baron Brawler only triggers if you are killing heroes, but also keeping his tower at a healthy 30 health.
Now, our challenger does have Cunning Plan. He could potentially move that Bristleback into a position, but he's actually going to go for new orders. And, I don't think that's too bad of a deal there.
It's interesting because that new order, if, together with the Tower Barrage, will ensure that Jamui the Wise will die. However, it does keep the creep in front of the Zeus alive, which means that he will have to spend another blue spell if he wants to open that lane.
Oh, nice shot with Frostbite right there. A very tricky spell. Does 2 damage, so it instantly killed that hero, and did a little bit of the zaps as well.
Yep, and here, he said it's Keith the Bold's deck.
That's right.
This is Keith the Bold's lane.
That's correct. And he could get a Stone Hall plate if he wants. Let me tell you guys, if you're a new player and it says Stone Hall, that's your jam. Yep. +1 armor every single round now, and Keith has become superior to Axe.
Oh, 3 armor.
Oh, the cosplayer has become the hero.
That's like the Sven cosplayer that won at TI.
That's right. The real Sven.
The real Sven. He became the real Sven. Now he's trapped in Dota, playing games forever.
Yep, every day he suffers and dies. Let's keep going on this lane up here. Ooh, Suns fan putting a lot of effort to keep that first tower alive, Bruno.
Yeah, not only alive, I think he just wants to take his opponent's tower here too. He knows like, well, no matter what you put against a Bristleback, you're going to be in trouble. But if we can go wide enough here, if we believe strong enough that we can do it, and do it. That Crystal Maiden will be the sacrificial lamb. However, there's a lot of things going on for him, and the Strafing Run is drawn, and the Strafing Run is drawn because he drew 2 of them.
Yes, very good. Ooh, a couple options here from Suns fan. It might be a good time to play Disciple, but he's going to go ahead and beef up that Crystal Maiden, let her live 1 more round.
Yes, and from 2-5 to 2-13, that is actually a big difference right now. The Crystal Maiden will be able to tank 1 hit of that Bristleback and not die, making sure that that Arcane Aura is alive and well, giving him free mana as much as he wants. Oh, whoops, and there's the Zeus Zap that is going to give him the open space to hit that tower for 3.
I'm going
Nice.
In exchange, there is a Heartstopper Aura, and with that Arcane Aura, using the spell, will regen 2 mana from that tower, allowing him to play maybe an Assault Ladder.
That would be pretty good. Crystal Maiden, a lot of people underestimate how good that +2 mana is, but especially in the early game when everything's pretty cheap, it allows you to get a lot more cards out there. So we'll see what he does. Now, if this were me, the incorrect thing to do would be to play the Disciple of Nevermore, but I just like seeing all those X's pop up. So he will go with the Assault Ladders, thankfully.
Yep.
And we'll see how this goes.
Assault Ladders is one of those spells that also like feels a little bit underwhelming sometimes because it doesn't have an immediate impact unless you have a really open board. But once you get some way to open the way and just like make holes in a lane, suddenly all that really adds up. And yeah, 1 strafing run and 2 strafing runs, that is going to be a really open lane. And the second Assault Ladder or the Disciple of Nevermore both could come here. I think the Disciple of Nevermore is actually more damage and might be enough for lethal to the tower. He needs 15, it's gonna be even like 4. No, it's not gonna be enough.
Why risk it? I mean, just put in that +2 and then let her go. The Disciple can turn around on you, but Assault Ladders are always safe. But that was a ton of damage from those ladders, Bruno.
Yeah, and he has abandoned this lane, and he's also running out of cards with just 1 card in his hand. But those cards spent were well spent, because now he is in a commandeering position in that second lane, and has enough tools to actually go back to that first lane and start creating a mess with that Heartstopper aura as well.
Yeah, we didn't touch too much on that, but the Heartstopper aura, very strong. Going to be doing 2 piercing damage, which goes through armor in that first lane, so every time that a hero is deployed in there, they're going to be a little nervous.
Yep, and with that, Keep the Bolt goes to 4 armor now with that Stonehold plate. I think this might be the time where you actually want to keep that Town Portal Scroll to get him out of there and like put him in the first or the second lane, where you need to take something else, because that tower is already yours.
Now, Bruno, you got a lot of experience in this. Me and Suns fan, we call the TP Scroll, it's just an insta-buy. You buy it no matter what. If it's there, you get it just in case. You agree with that, or you think you hold off?
I think that if your deck has Blink Daggers, then it's not as necessary, but if you are not running Blink Daggers in your deck, you probably want that TP Scroll, because the last thing that you want right now in this situation would be Keith trapped in this lane after you took the tower.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult in Artifact to move heroes from lane to lane. That item, Blink Dagger, is one that can do it. Having your heroes die is another way, but TP Scroll does a lot for repositioning. So high value item. Oh, look at those double arrows.
Oh yeah, that's what you want to see. Them blocks, and Sunsfan only being able to buy a short sword with Disciple of Nevermore will draw the Conflagration at Tested Ground. The Conflagration from the Challenger will come in and kill one of those creeps, also collapsing that lane and getting everything a little bit more together.
Absolutely, and I'm seeing a lot of X's coming up here, Bruno. Interesting what he's going to do. He could put his own Conflagration. Ooh, almost
that was
got it.
good.
That was pretty close. One of my best. In a different lane, or he could just do something stupid and go Disciple of Nevermore. Come on, Suns fan.
I don't
massive
think
damage
wants to do that, but that Conflagration, even in this same lane, would be pretty good, because not only would it kill the Luna, would also put Zeus in a position where he could die. And now, oh, look at that.
Oh, what an arrow coming out for Suns fan there.
Yes, I'm forcing him to maybe use that Traveler's Cloak or that TP Scroll to save that Bristleback if he wants to. Remember, if Bristleback kills the Crystal Maiden but dies himself, he does not get the bonus armor. And here we go, the Fighting Instinct.
Yet again, that card is just making plays all day.
Oh, countered by the short sword.
Wow. It's a real battle of the titans between Sword and
Fighting Instinct.
The greatest cards in history.
This is like the matinee fight, like, you know, like you have the big card match at 10 p.m. and we start at 2 p.m. Short sword versus Fighting Instinct.
Woo! All right, we do see, oh, nice. Cleave is always a good thing to have, especially on a heavy hitter like Bristleback that you expect to be in the lane for a while. So dealing a lot of damage here. In fact, if we can see this Ventriloquy come out, he can actually kill my boy Jamoy. Jamoy the Wise.
He would kill Jamoy, but he would make the Crystal Maiden survive. Actually, no, you're right, because of the static field that also adds 1 more damage to the Crystal Maiden. Killing everything, setting everything up, and now I think that's where you want the Conflagration from lane 2 to lane 1. And no doubt about it. Just those 2 things, making sure that there's no way that you can react with the TP Scroll, there's no way you can react with the Healing Salve. Those 2 heroes, those 2 blue heroes are dead, and how important is that when there's so many blue spells that are really scary right now? You have Eclipse, you have Echo Slam, you have Thunder Ghost Wrath. None of those will be available because that Conflagration will take them away.
That's correct, and this tower is looking pretty won as well for our challenger. Go ahead and put in the red mist, boys, but it's kind of something that a lot of Artifact players do is prioritize getting rid of those blue heroes, especially later in the game. It's okay to keep them alive forever, but as the mana increases to 7, 8, 9, those blue heroes are just going to keep getting better and better. So TPR boy, keep the bolt out. The damage is already done. and Challenger moving him into a better position with that TP scroll.
Yeah, he definitely needs some more heroes in that lane, that first lane. There are 3 of them, but 2 will die straight away as soon as the lane begins.
Yep.
So trying to fill some of those holes, trying to make sure that there's no big damage potential coming from Sunsfan in that lane.
Can he really? Ooh, I guess. I mean, what? It stinks that he has to put 2 of his red heroes in the same lane. It's something that you never really want to do. You want to spread out the colors a little bit so you can use different spells in case you need them. But at this point, might have to do that one. And both those heroes have more than 2 armor, which means that that improvement on the tower, the conflagration, will do no damage to either one of those red heroes. So basically useless.
Yep. On the other hand, having 2 red heroes in the same lane is not the worst thing in the world, because next turn, Time of Triumph could come online if he gets to 8 mana and has that card in his hand. Being able to just put more pressure. You want as many heroes as possible. And this is sad. See, this is what we're talking about. Whew. These 2 Eclipses would have been fantastic, but they aren't because there's no blue heroes anymore.
That wasn't sad. I loved it. Anything that gets a little bit of pain for our Challenger. Let the winners keep winning, I always say. So we're seeing some massive damage coming out. Challenger is just hitting up that tower with those 2, Dan from down under. Anything that our boy can do here? Ow, interesting.
Oh, wow.
That's not good.
That's kind of suicidal.
Well, that's good, though. He wants to get rid of that Necrophos, huh? Maybe he's just completely abandoning this lane, Sunsfan.
Yeah, could be. Just going all in on that second lane. That is a possibility.
It stinks to have to give up a hero like the Disciple, though, to hopefully I'm remembering that name correctly.
Yeah, he can see if he wants to, he can play a Thunder Ghost Wrath, just killing the Bristleback. He might want to save that for a better time. Nope, he decides to go for it.
Why not?
Kills the Bristleback, puts the Earthshaker at 1 health, and also clears the space in the crypt in front of the Zeus. That will be 23 damage into this tower. Pretty much enough to expose the Ancient.
Oh, man. But an Ancient is grabbed by our competitor as well here. Nothing that Sunsfan can do. Again, if you don't have heroes in a lane, you can't cast any spells. So Sunsfan has free... Oh, Challenger, excuse me. Has free reign here to take his own Ancient. And it all comes down to that first lane.
And this feels like a long time coming. Destroying this tower took way longer than the Challenger expected. And not only that, he lost all of his Red Mist Pillagers because they were blocked by creeps.
Yep.
Those creeps trade even, and those Red Mist Villagers do not reproduce if they don't survive at the end of combat, so...
Ooh. Very, very good secret shop purchase there by Sunsfan. He gets himself a Shiva's Guard.
Ooh, that's gonna be clutch.
Yep, very good stuff. What that one does, guys, is it has a little bit of armor, but it has an active ability that has -2 on a 3-person AoE. So all those guys are modified. And again, modified means forever. They will forevermore have -2 attack.
Yes.
So, pretty good.
Pretty good, indeed. And Eclipse, not a fantastic spell to cast if you have no blue heroes in the lane. Time of Triumph, again, you probably want more heroes than just 1 to cast it, so... Shiva's Guard will come for Jamui, giving him the 2 armor and also the possibility to make everything in front of him much, much weaker.
Yep. Although it is still a problem that 5 armor, I don't know what he has that can really pierce that except for a couple of spells.
But Steam Cannon always helps.
Oh yeah, sure. That'll be coming up soon.
Yep. I think you might be considering, do I strafing run here and put 4 more damage into the tower? That's also another possibility. And the Time of Triumph comes. Time of Triumph on a single hero, knowing that he has another one in hand, so he can actually be a little bit, you know, what's the word?
You know, he could just throw him out there.
Overzealous, yeah.
Overzealous, careless with his times of triumph.
Thank you.
But at the same time, you know, it's not the optimal thing. It does buff every single hero in that lane, whether they're red, black, blue, or anything in between. Yep, sometimes 1 hero is fine. Here we go, Eclipse, baby!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh.
Went with a little bit of a 50-50 there. One of the heroes could have survived, but he gets a good Eclipse. Clear that out, and now he has an open board against those assault ladders. I think Sunsfan might not be too concerned about that Eclipse because he doesn't want to put 2 heroes in that lane anyways. He wants to have maybe just 1 to make sure that he doesn't lose the game there, but his tower is at full health, and he's not going to take the throne anytime soon.
Sure, and there you can kind of see the weakness of blue heroes. I mean, sure, he killed everybody in the lane, but he's got 2 damage. He does as much as a creep. So having that open shot at the Ancient doesn't really mean as much as it would for Suns fan.
Yeah, also a challenger forgetting that he has a Potion of Knowledge, or trying to keep priority, one of the two, but keeping the priority for that first lane might not get him much right now, unless he draws some cards like Duel or Berserker's Call. He won't be able to do other than maybe a second time of Triumph.
Sure. All right, here we go. Now, we are going to see if he's just going to stack up all of his heroes. Oh,
yeah.
no. The super Time of Triumph is about to come out here in the first lane. Now, in case you haven't seen this spell before, Bruno, what does it do?
Well, Time of Triumph gives you 4.
Of everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Gives you 4.
Your entire life is forward.
Gives you 4 attack, 4 armor, 4 health, 4 cleave, 4 retaliate, 4 siege, forever.
Forever. And yeah, it is a extremely deadly skill that we'll be seeing here. I'm not sure our challenger has too much that he could possibly do here. He can maybe kill off. No.
You mean Suns fan?
Yeah, sorry. Suns fan.
Yeah, and Steam Cannon could threaten the Zeus or the Luna, but the +4 health that they will get from Time of Triumph will directly counteract that Steam Cannon. And even if he managed to block everything here, the 4 siege from every single one of these heroes would make it so that it's still 16 damage going to the tower. And here comes the 4 hero time. This is like Power Rangers here, right?
Hello. Oh, baby. There's really nothing that can be done here. Maybe a shot can be taken. You can block a little bit of damage, but when it all comes down to it, a hero must die. The 16 is just
How do you feel about 14 armor Keith the Ball? Who's the Axe now? Who is the Axe now?
That is the biggest boy I have ever seen. He's going to go ahead and kill Crystal Maiden. She should suffer. This is somebody's fault. And Suns fan, a very rare defeat here by Dan from Down Under. Well done, sir. But oh wait, they're gonna posture for a little bit. Excuse me, there.
And there we go.
Well done with a double Time of Triumph, Dan. Heck yeah! Oh come on, Dan from Down Under just beat Sunsman. He has the biggest record. Give it up. Give me some claps. I know we're late into the day.